Serenoa and his retinue know House End is involved in the illicit salt trade, yet fail to secure any solid evidence to back up their claims. Their position growing tenuous, House Wolffort makes a reckless bid to persuade Kamsal, Minister of Domestic Affairs, to levy charges.
Minister Kamsal will join our cause, won't he?
It's hard to be sure, but we must press our case and have faith. That is all that is in our power to do.
You! Are you House End's dogs?
A messenger, my lord, from the palace. I seek Lord Serenoa Wolffort.
You have found him.
Lord Wolffort, you have been accused of coercing Minister Sorsley End unto unlawful acts. Your presence is required at the palace so the Holy One may question you.
House End is the guilty party, not Serenoa.
If you've testimony to give, you are welcome to stand witness at the trial.
My lord, this may be a good opportunity to bring our case directly to the Hierophant and the other powerful entities of Hyzant. I expect the Saintly Seven are not of one mind on this matter. If you can persuade some of the ministers to side with us, Sorsley will have nowhere to run.
Perhaps. Or you could end up the one with his head on the chopping block, Serenoa.
Even so, we cannot make an enemy of Hyzant, else we truly will be alone. I must stand trial, plead my case to the Holy One and the Saintly Seven, and hope that they believe me.
You've been summoned to the palace, Minister Kamsal. The Holy One is to hear the accusations against Minister End and question House Wolffort.
Very well. So, Sorsley has made the first move. Serenoa must not have been able to secure evidence against him after all. But order cannot truly be restored simply by sentencing House Wolffort. I must make of this opportunity what I can.
So there is to be a trial. I see.
The Holy One requires the presence of the Saintly Seven immediately.
And here I thought you nearly had him, Wolffort. Did I overestimate you? No matter. There is more than one way to trap a greedy boar. Now then, who will be best put to the task?
The inquiry of House Wolffort, stood accused by Minister Sorsley End, will hereby commence. We of the Saintly Seven will preside over this trial. Serenoa Wolffort, you stand before the Holy One. Do you swear by the Goddess to speak the truth?
I swear.
Minister Exham Marshal, you may begin the proceedings.
We know Minister Sorsley quite well, having worked with him for these long years. But we know comparatively little of you, Lord Serenoa. Therefore, we must first determine whether you are worthy of our trust. Surely you have not forgotten his position among the saintly seven of the holy state of Hyzant?
I have written it all down as tradition requires.
Yes, I have read through your report. It is a sign of sincerity that you would proceed according to our customs. Indeed, I can confirm you are a man of honor and integrity. Once all presiding over the trial have had a chance to express their opinions over your report, we shall pass our judgment. I have nothing further to ask.
Next, Minister Kamsel Farrant will make his inquiries.
You must understand the difficult position you have put us in, sauntering into our home to denounce one of our own. We are a welcoming people, and so must be wary of those who seek to take advantage of our open hearts. If a stranger came to you with unfounded accusations against one of your people, I doubt you would take him at his word. Have you any proof of the foul deeds you claim have taken place in our land?
I've heard of a cargo vessel disappearing from the port in the middle of the night. It's possible it was carrying unlawful salt.
You present as your evidence another rumor, and one from an anonymous source at that. Is it customary where you are from to condemn a man based on gossip alone? I think not. I have nothing more to ask.
Minister Tenebris, if you would.
It isn't strange that lay people would fail to grasp the goddess's infinite wisdom. We seven, however, do understand her will. For most, our teachings are the only way they know how to live according to her plan. It is moot to judge Sorsley, one of the seven, based on evidence brought against him by a layperson, no matter what that evidence may be. Unless you have testimony from one who understands the goddess's will, there is simply nothing we can do.
I may not understand the goddess's will, but all I can do is ask that you believe me.
Then there is no reason to even hold this trial. Do you not see that? I've no further questions.
Minister Lila Viscraft, ask your questions.
It is plain to me that Sorsley has indeed engaged in misconduct, namely bribery. Yet while I do not doubt he bribed an official of Glenbrook, what the bribe was for remains unclear. Perhaps you can shine some light on the matter, Lord Serenoa?
The ship that disappeared in the night must have been carrying unlawful salt. He'd have wanted to keep that quiet.
Yet rumor of such a ship has reached even my ears. Would it not be an utter waste of coin to buy a single person's silence, when so many have already heard the gossip? I have no more questions.
I, Idor Delmira, will ask one final round of questions. I cannot deny, Lord Serenoa, that Sorsley can be foolish. But he is also dedicated to the goddess, and he has worked much good as one of the seven. Though he is not faultless by any means, I believe the goddess yet favors him. If we are to pass judgment on such a man, we must prove his guilt to the goddess herself. So let me ask you this, Serenoa Wolford. Where exactly are we to find such evidence against Sorsley End?
There must be some evidence in House End's encampment.
Ah, yes. The goddess would not be able to see into a place so stripped of faith. Perhaps we would be remiss not to search the encampment on her behalf. My questions are done. Now we will confer with one another. The Holy One will pass judgment after hearing our opinions. Saranora Wolfort, the Holy One has passed judgment. House Wolfort was found to have spoken untrue. You brought baseless accusations against the most exalted Sorcerer End of the Saintly Seven and sullied his good name. Such blasphemous actions cannot go unpunished.
Wait, we meant no insult against the goddess.
Luckily for you, her mercy extends even to heretics. You have one chance to atone. Face Sorceley's forces in battle and emerge the victor.
What?
Let whomsoever earns the goddess's divine grace be cleansed of all sin.